everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cook With Me TV, a live stream cooking show run by registered dietitians where we teach you how to cook balanced and amazingly delicious meals so you can feel your best. My name is Ashley Thomas. I'm the dietitian behind Cook With Me TV, and tonight we're cooking up beet burgers. I know that sounds a little strange, but I want you to bear with me and just give it a try, be open-minded about it. Yes, I'm talking about beet, B-E-E-T, not beef. I've made this once before on the show, and I had to make it again just because I want to get it out there because it's so good. I actually got this recipe from Green Kitchen Stories. If you think that you don't like beets, you actually can't taste a very strong beet flavor in this, so I encourage you to give it a try, especially for someone who does enjoy eating veggie burgers. This can be a new kind of burger to add to your burger repertoire. And if you're someone who is trying to eat more plant foods because you're trying to reduce your high blood pressure, your high cholesterol, your blood sugar, eating more plant foods is very beneficial for you and can help you lower all of those things. So a beet burger is a really, really good option and just kind of a fun thing to try just to kind of get you into the habit of eating more plant foods so that you can reduce your cholesterol, your blood pressure. We're serving this with a side of sweet potato fries. So we're gonna first get our oven preheated to about 425 on up to 450. I know that sounds like a really high temperature, but when you're roasting vegetables and you're trying to get somewhat of a crisp on the outside, you want to make sure you have it of a high temperature. So I'm gonna do 450 actually. We'll go ahead and do that. And then we're gonna cut up our sweet potato. So we have, I've got this one giant sweet potato that I'm using. The recipe calls for about 2 large sweet potatoes. We're just looking for a fry shape, right? So just kind of cut it into strips. So what I'm going to do is cut it lengthwise like this, and then we'll go ahead and just come down and cut it into a strip that mimics a fry shape. It doesn't have to be perfect, and they're all going to be a bunch of different sizes, but that's okay. So I'm going to just toss these in a bowl because we're going to toss them with a little bit of salt and pepper and olive oil and some garlic powder too to kind of flavor them up. You know, it is true that sweet potatoes pack a little bit more nutrition than your typical white potato, so some more vitamin A, some more fiber. And fiber is very, very important for helping us better regulate our blood sugars. We know that individuals who have high blood sugar over a long period of time go on to develop diabetes. So eating a diet rich in fiber, lots of plant foods, can help you prevent diabetes. It can actually help reverse your diabetes. So now what we're gonna do is toss our sweet potatoes with, as I mentioned, some olive oil. So about a tablespoon or so of olive oil. I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. Do just a pinch or 2 of salt. Salt helps bring out the flavor, the natural flavor of your vegetables. So don't be too scared of using a little bit of pepper. And then we'll do a little bit of garlic powder. I'm gonna try to make sure that you get everything nice and evenly coated because that's when it's gonna taste the best. And if your vegetables don't taste good to you, then you're probably not gonna eat them, right? Right, and then we can just go ahead and lay this out on our sheet pan here. And we'll try and spread everything out as much as possible and give each little fry a good amount of space to let heat kind of circulate through all sides of each fry. It's going to help you get a crispier fry and make sure that everything is cooked evenly. If some of them are touching, that's okay, but the more you can space them out, the crispier they're gonna get. So while these guys are cooking, we're gonna work on the burgers, which is what we're gonna move on to now, and we're gonna shred these guys. You can go ahead and peel the beets if you want. these guys a little bit smaller because I can't quite put them in the processor that big. Okay, I'm gonna put you on mute real quick while I use the food processor because it's going to be very loud. Okay, I'm back with you. So we now have some shredded beets. I'm trying to show you. Beautiful colors, I love it, although it will stain your hands a little bit. It doesn't last very long though. Oh, you know what, y'all? I forgot the onions and garlic. That's okay, because we can just chop that up real quick and add that in. We're also going to do 3/4 of a cup of oats. So rolled oats, I know that sounds very strange, but the oats actually help bind everything together. They soak up all of the wonderful juices from the beets and help kind of hold everything together. It also, honestly, it gives it such an amazing flavor. It gives it this sort of like deep, nutty, kind of earthy flavor, which pairs perfectly with the beets. And we know that oats are rich in soluble fiber, which can help reduce cholesterol in your body. So all good stuff there. Can't go wrong with that. A healthier option than, breadcrumbs. Pop this in your bowl with the beets and the egg and the oats and all of that good stuff. We'll put in a little bit of olive oil. So the recipe calls for a tablespoon in with all of these things. And let's go ahead and mix all of this together. But Brittany Jones, one of the other dietitians that cooks every other Sunday night, she made a black bean burger last night, which looked like it held together really well. It was very minimal ingredients, and it was tasty. For the recipe, what we're gonna do is patty up the beet burgers, put them in a pan with a little bit of oil, kind of, sear them on each side, and then we'll add this to it and give it another little sear on each side, just to kind of like sear in the barbecue sauce. And then you can always, of course, add a little bit more barbecue sauce on top. Usually we use Sweet Baby Ray's, which we have in the fridge. So if David doesn't like this, then he'll probably opt for Sweet Baby Ray's. But do you guys have a favorite barbecue sauce that you kind of turn to? I feel like barbecue sauce is a very, very intimate, personal kind of thing. So I actually got one from my grocery store who partners with our local bakery, which is Saffron Bakery. And these are actually pretzel buns. They're not 100% whole wheat, but the pretzel buns are so delicious. We like to get them every now and then. We don't really eat a lot of them, but when they're, when we're having burgers, it's just sort of like a fun thing to have. And again, it's all pretty much whole food ingredients in here. They have their flour mix, which is a wheat flour, a bar. Right. So we're gonna toast these buns and check on. Hi, Mom. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, are you making the beet burgers with me? You're late if you are. I might get 3 burgers out of this. I think we're gonna make them a little bigger tonight. Usually when you flip it is where you have problems, right? If you make them a little bit smaller, or maybe you make a bigger batch, this is something that I always love to do, except for tonight because I didn't make as much. But you can make a large batch and you can have them all throughout the week for lunch, and they don't have to be burgers every time either. What I have found to be very, very delicious is crumbling them, even if they're cold, over your salad, into a wrap, your scrambled eggs. I know that sounds weird, but it was actually pretty good. So you can reuse these burgers all throughout the week, and it's a really nice way to, you know, get some more vegetables in your day. So like I said, you can always go ahead and add a little bit more barbecue sauce if you wanted to. Because we did a little bit of olive oil toastiness on the buns here, I don't ever really feel like I need more sauce, but of course, you know, if you feel like you need more sauce, go ahead and add more sauce. Again, just a healthier way to top your burger, getting some extra nutrition in here, some leafy greens. So there you go, the beet burger. And that pretzel bun, I'm telling you, it makes it. Okay, I'm gonna give it a bite, tell you how it is. I have a feeling it's gonna be really hot. Oh, it's really hot. Whew. That's good. It stays together. Not going all over the place. It's got that nice earthy, kind of nutty flavor. It's so good, I'm telling you. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Here is our healthy, balanced, yet seemingly indulgent meal. Our dietitians have a whole new slew of recipes that they're cooking up. If you haven't seen our schedule yet, it's on the Facebook page. Head over there to see what we're cooking. If something piques your interest, please cook with us. You can go to our website, www.cookwithme.tv. You can grab the recipe from there, get all the ingredients that you need to cook it, and then actually tune into the show and cook along with us to kind of get you in the habit of getting back in the kitchen cooking healthier meals. So please share this video if you liked it, especially if you have friends who love to cook and are trying to do it in a healthy way. I hope to see you guys all back here tomorrow, and have a wonderful evening.